We're protectors of Mother Earth. That's just the way we've been taught. It's part of our culture. It's part of our way of life. And if we're going to support a resource development project in our traditional territory, they have to also take a look at it from our lens.
The land, the air, the waters, and the species holistically represent the environment which the CER has a responsibility to protect as a part of its core mandate as a safety regulator.
The Indigenous Advisory Monitoring Committee was first formed when the Enbridge Pipeline 3 began construction in 2017.
The Line 3 replacement project starts in Hardisty, Alberta. It goes through Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba to Gretna, Manitoba, and it impacts 109 nations along the right-of-way.
The process was started to replace it with Line 93. We were told there's all kinds of opportunity there by Enbridge, but in reality, there was also a lot of barriers.
IAMC, it was an experiment on how the Canada Energy Regulator, Natural Resources Canada, and Indigenous communities could work together to collaborate in oversight of major projects, where historically there hasn't been any mechanisms to address the concerns and interests and the rights of Indigenous peoples.
The Indigenous Advisory Monitoring Committee members were chosen by leadership from nations that were impacted by the project, but we are not nations' rights holders. The committee created a program called Training for Indigenous Regulatory Involvement, and that helps build capacity of our populations in impacted nations to know what it is that major projects entail. Some of the major achievements that the committee has put forward is the monitoring program, which is to build trust and have eyes on the ground when major projects go through, and it's to access chance finds, protect cultural heritage, and to give better advice to government based on real experience.
It marks the first time that Canada Energy Regulator and its inspection officers have worked alongside Indigenous monitors and communities to provide oversight of a specific project.
So Canada adopted the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. What we are seeing in the IAMC is some concrete work around Action Plan Measure 34.
Action Plan Measure 34 is important to the Canada Energy Regulator and I think to the committee because it provides a specific strategy with clear objectives on how Canada is going to implement the United Nations Declaration and advance reconciliation.
The expansion of our mandate to include the corridor where the pipeline is will help us get better experiences to support and assist nations who want to create an Indigenous regulatory authority.
My hope is that the Line 3 IAMC will expand to being just one of a variety of Indigenous advisory and monitoring committees with a focus on meaningful participation of Indigenous nations in regulatory projects, whether that's related to monitoring or whether it's related to advising Canada and the regulator on the potential impacts.
One of the reasons I'm here is to hopefully someday have our own Indigenous energy regulators so we can look after our land and we can look after our future generations by setting those goals. We don't want to sit on the sidelines anymore. We want to be part of production. We want to be part of growth. We want to be part of the future.
This committee needs the support of all Canadians, Indigenous and otherwise, to make sure that this collaboration works for everyone. The IAMC needs your support to shape the future. Join us.